Dallas Cowboys offseason is always full of the rumors, big deals, and shocking possibilities. Every year, fans wait to see which superstar players might change the teams and completely alter the balance of power in the league. This offseason, one name is louder than most. That name is Max Crosby. Max Crosby is one of the most feared defensive players in NFL. He plays as edge rusher from the Las Vegas Raiders, and for several seasons, he has been the heart and soul of their defense. He plays with high energy, strong emotion, and a non-stop motor that makes him difficult for any offensive lineman to block. Now, after the 2025 season has ended, reports suggest that Max Crosby may want out of the Las Vegas. This has started a major conversation across the league. Teams are asking one big question: could Max Crosby be on the move? And even more importantly, the fans in Texas, do the Dallas Cowboys have a real chance to get him? This is not the first time Max Crosby's name has been linked to the Dallas Cowboys. In past season, Cowboys fans dreamed about a blockbuster trade that would bring Crosby to Dallas Cowboys and instantly fix many of the team's defensive problems. At that time, the idea was simple: add an elite pass rusher to defense that already had talent, and suddenly the Cowboys would become a Super Bowl contender again. But Las Vegas Raiders shut that idea down very quickly. They made it clear that Max Crosby was not available. Dallas had no choice but to move on. Eventually, the Cowboys made another major defensive move by trading for defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. While that move helped, many fans never fully stopped wondering what could be if Crosby had come to Dallas. Now the season is over and the situation in Las Vegas has changed. And once again, the dreams is alive. To understand why Max Crosby might want to leave the Raiders, we need to look at how the 2025 season ended. Raiders were not competitive later in the season and they were losing games. Their focus slowly shifted toward draft positions instead of the winning. And this is something players often may hate. Professional athletes want to compete. They want to play. They want to win. The Raiders decided to sit Max Crosby for the final 2 games of the season. Officially, the team said it was for his health. They said they want to protect their star player from injury, but everyone believed that explanation. But no one believed that explanation. Report says Crosby was unhappy, very unhappy. According to the Fox Sports insider Jay Glazer, Crosby felt the team was shooting him down to improve their chances of getting a top draft pick. Crosby did not want to be part of that. He wanted to fight, he wanted to play. Instead, he left the team facility. Jay Glazer spoke directly with Max Crosby and later shared what he heard with Yahoo Sport Jason Vitz. The words were strong, they were emotional, and they made headlines across the NFL. Crosby reportedly said he was done. He was angry. He felt disrespected. He said the team was shooting him down and he was not okay with it. Jay Glazer admitted that he tried to calm Crosby down and he tried to talk him away from making a decision in anger. But when asked later if he believed Crosby's time in Las Vegas was over, Glazer gave a very clear answer. He said yes. That word changed everything. The question is, does Dallas have a real chance to get Max Crosby? So now, the big question becomes simple but complicated at the same time. Can the Dallas Cowboys trade for the Max Crosby? The Cowboys do have valuable draft picks. They hold first round pick at number 12 overall. They also have another first round pick at number 20, which they acquired from the Green Bay Packers. In the theory, one of those picks could be enough to start conversation, but here is problem. Many teams want Max Crosby. When a player of this level become available, the market is huge. Teams across the league will call. Teams cap space, draft picks, and Super Bowl hopes will line up. That makes Cowboys just one option among of many. Another important part of this story is Max Crosby himself. He is not just looking for any team he wants to win now. He wants to compete for the Super Bowl immediately. According to the Gladcon of the Sports Illustrated, Crosby has preference. He reportedly would like to play for the Detroit Lions, the San Francisco 49ers, often seen as a top contender, may not even be his first choice. This matters. When a superstar wants out, their preferred destination can influence negotiation even if teams deny it publicly. What Dallas still a long shot? Why Dallas is still a long shot for Max Crosby? Even though Crosby was like the idea of playing in Dallas, the Cowboys are still seen as the outsider in the East West. USA Today lists 5 teams as possible destination for the Max Crosby. We have the New England Patriots, Chicago Bears, Tennessee Titans, Washington Commanders, and Seattle Hawks. Many analysts believe Detroit Lions or New England Patriots makes the most sense. These teams have resources and a roster situation to make a deal work. Dallas, meanwhile, has other priorities, and that brings us to another major name, George Pickens. Dak Prescott speak up about George Pickens, and George Pickens is one of the most important free agents for the Dallas Cowboys, and he is key part of the offense, and his future has been a major topic of discussions. At the Super Bowl, Cowboys quarterback Prescott made his feelings very clear. He said signing George Pickens is vital. He said it must be done. He said everyone in the organization understands how important Pickens is. Prescott talked about Pickens' impact on the offense, in the team, and also locker room. He made it clear that keeping Pickens should be a top priority. George Pickens also spoke about his future, and his comments were calm and honest. He said he would love to return to Dallas. He said he hopes for the best. He said he wants a deal that helps both sides. At the same time, he admitted that he cannot control everything. He understands that free agents is a business. For now, he is waiting and staying relaxed. The situation matters because every dollar spent on Pickens is a dollar that cannot be used on the trade for Max Crosby. While the roster decision dominates headlines, the Cowboys are also preparing for the history. In the 2026 season, the Cowboys will play for the first National Football League game ever held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This game will count as home game for Dallas. It will be their first international game since 2024 in London. In 2014 in London, the opponent has not been announced. Possible opponents include Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, Jaguars, San Francisco, Tennessee Titans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Baltimore Ravens. The league continued to grow globally with 9 international games planned in 2026 across cities like Paris, Munich, Madrid, London, Rio, Mexico City, or Melbourne. Finally, NFL offseason is complete without controversy. Former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Talon Owens made headlines with comments about Tom Brady and Hall of Fame. Owen questioned whether who should be the first ballot Hall of Fame induct if Bills Belichick and Robert Kraft were not. He argued that Brady success was closely tied to the both men. Without Kraft drafting him, Belichick coaching him, Owen believes Brady would not be the same quarterback. His comment sparked debate across the league. The Dallas Cowboys last won a Super Bowl after the 1995 season. They defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 30. Since then, they have not returned to the NFL's champion game. That drove hangs over every decision the team makes. Max Crosby could help, George Pickens could help, but now he is also one of the top players looking for new contract. George Pickens is considered one of the best wide receivers in NFL. Because of this, his contract situation has become a major topic for the Cowboys fans and the entire league. Many people believe he deserves a very big long-term deal. However, the situation is not simple. Report says that the Dallas Cowboys plan to place the franchise tag on George Pickens. The franchise tag is a special one-year contract that allows a team to keep a player for one more season while preventing him from becoming a free agent. But using the franchise tag does not grant that George Pickens will stay in the Dallas for a long time. It is only mean the Cowboys will control his rights for one season. According to the NFL media, the Cowboys are also thinking about another option. That option is tagging George Pickens and then trading him to another team. This means the Cowboys could keep him under the franchise tag and then send him to another team in exchange for draft picks or players. The Cowboys acquired George Pickens last year from the Pittsburgh Steelers. In that trade, Dallas received George Pickens and 6th-round draft picks in the 2027. In return, the Cowboys gave Steelers a 3rd-round draft picks in 2026 and then 5th-round draft picks in 2027. Since joining the Cowboys, George Pickens has increased his value greatly. Because of his strong performance, the Cowboys could now receive a much better return if they decided to trade him. One of the biggest issues in this situation is money. Dallas Cowboys already have some of the highest paid players in the entire league. They have the highest paid quarterback. They have the highest paid offensive guard. They have the 3rd highest paid wide receiver. Because of this, giving George Pickens a new long-term contract will be very difficult. According to the Super Trick, the website that tracks players' salaries, George Pickens could earn the contract worth of more than $30 million per year. That is a massive amount of the money. George Pickens has been very clear about what he wants. He says he is looking for a ultimate-based deal. By that, he means contract that is good for him and also fair for the team. George Pickens is only 24 years old and he is just had the best season for his career. During his contract year, George Pickens recorded a 93 receptions, 1,429 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns. These numbers were career high for him. Because of this performance, George Pickens earned 2nd-team All-Pro honors. He also made his first Pro Bowl appearance. This achievement greatly increased his value. Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones has spoken publicly about George Pickens many times. He has shown excitement and praise for the wide receiver. Jerry Jones said that he talks to the George Pickens all of the time. He said he is excited about what Pickens has already done for the team and what he can still do in the future. Jones said that Pickens has shown great potential and that he wants to work things out so George Pickens can remain a Cowboys long term. However, Cowboys fans have heard similar words before. Last season, the Cowboys had similar situation with another elite player, Micah Parsons. Dallas wanted to keep him, but they could not agree on a long-term deal. In the end, Cowboys traded Micah Parsons. They received 2 first-round draft picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark in return. Because of this, many fans feel a sense of deja vu. They were worried that George Pickens could follow the same path. Keep him or trade him. The Cowboys would love to keep George Pickens for a long time. He is young, talented, and one of the best wide receivers in the league. But at the same time, Dallas understands the financial reality. Paying Pickens that what he wants may not be possible. This is why option of the tagging and trading George Pickens is still very real. The Cowboys must decide whether to invest heavily in him or use his value to improve the team in other way. George Pickens' future with the Dallas Cowboys is uncertain. He could sign a massive long-term contract and become a Cowboy for many years, or he could be franchise tagged and later traded for the value draft picks. One thing is clear: the decision will shape the future of the Dallas Cowboys. Fans, analysts, and the entire league are watching closely. Whatever Dallas decides to do with George Pickens will be one of the biggest stories of the offseason.